We should be getting going here in just a matter of moments.
I'm excited. And away we go. Uncle assuring that this stage is going to be 2 hours, sub 2 hours, guaranteed.
Oh, that remains to be seen. Let's see what we do. We have a quick map check. We have a blue pendant at Eastern Palace, a blue crystal at Eastern Palace, a medallion at Tower of Hera, and a blue crystal at Desert Palace. So everything is blue in the world of light. Now we're going to see what random weapon we get from our uncle today. And today it's going to be the hammer.
Nice start, especially when Temper Sword... the hammer does Temper Sword damage, so...
Yeah, that's going to be a really good damage boost for our runners this early.
And starting with a fetch quest item in the remaining chest with a mushroom.
Ooh, hard to say whether that's going to end up being good or not.
So now all of our runners are heading into the castle. This is, again, standard, like any other Link to the Past randomizer seed, or not really, but any Link to the Past run.
Yep. Our runners are going to dive down to Zelda's cell, pick her up, and then take her through the sewer to the sanctuary. It's just the only difference between this and a standard run is obviously we don't know what items are going to get.
Correct.
Ooh, that's a very good find. With those bombs, it guarantees that our runners are going to be able to find the 3 items in the back of Escape that normally runners will have to go back for once they get the Power Glove.
And this also helps in case they, for whatever reason, decide to go for bomb stratch, but we have a hammer, so this is not needed.
Runespism getting a 4th bomb. Prize packs in this game are randomized as well, so you don't really know what you're going to get when you kill enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Runespism opted to not take the right chest. A nice boost in income if we're and sell this chest.
Hitsuyan taking an unfortunate death. That's going to put him back to the beginning of the castle.
And since this isn't open mode, you can't death warp back to the front of the castle and expect to have Zelda rescued or already.
Unfortunately not. But this early in the run, a deficit of a couple of minutes means precisely nothing.
Correct.
So I know Hydropower 78 and Hitsuyan from previous randomizers, but I don't really have much familiarity with Sunny or Runespism, so it's going to be interesting to see how they execute.
Yeah.
Hitsuyan carefully waiting out the ball and chain guard this time, doesn't want to take a second death.
And is now making their way to catch up with the others.
As Sunny makes their way through the snake-infested hallway and back into the room we call Dark Cross. Where they find the map, meaning they're going to want to pull the sanctuary item as well.
Now approaching the back of escape here, so we can check those 3 items.
Yeah, and we'll get a good idea of what our runners have found.
We found our first sword in this back of escape.
That's more useful than you think. The hitbox for the hammer can be a little bit finicky, so having a sword is a good idea.
Not to mention, it's a lot harder to hit these smaller enemies with the hammer, given how small the hitbox is.
Yep, and how not quite perfectly responsive it is. There's a little more lag to the hammer swing than there is to the sword swing. Ooh, finding magic powder.
It'll be interesting to see what they will get from the 2 fetch quest items.
Yeah, the magic powder is also useful. It's a useful health item for our runners.
You're right. Looks like Rudismism's opting to check Lumberjack Cave.
And the tree pole, which is 8 bombs.
Really nice tree pole from the Rudismism.
Okay, this team is just chucking bombs at our runners.
Mm-hmm. Curiously, Sunny's opting to drain the swamp, then go for the dam chest.
I haven't been able to figure out whether it's faster to do one versus the other. I don't think it matters. But we did find ether at the bottom of the medallion, and the lumberjack ledge was just a big.
Of course, with the medallions, we won't know if they'll be useful until we check Misery Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yep, the 3 medallions in the game, Bombos, Ether, and Quake, can be used to open the 2 dungeons. Those medallion entrances have been randomized, as well as a lot of other things.
The Book of Adora on the Desert Ledge.
Ooh, that means that our entrance into Desert Palace must be with the flute, mitts, and mirror. There is no other way to get into Desert Palace in this mode.
So Sunny is opting to check Agina's cave right off the bat, while Rudismism is heading into Kakariko Village. Agina only giving us a big 20. And there's our gloves.
1 piece of the puzzle.
2 pieces of the puzzle, actually. Because we have the hammer.
Yeah, I meant another piece of the puzzle. My bad.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch what Lakaya was.
I believe it was a big 20, but I'll catch it on the restream, and it was indeed a big 20.
You see, we have Magic Boomerang on the in the well.
Ah, the inferior boomerang, and Sunny going to turn in his mushroom right away. Can't really blame him. With the powder in hand, there's not really anything the mushroom does for us.
Oh, Vendor only give us a big 20, only just taking away 80 of our 100.
Ah, what a ripoff.
Mm-hmm. Chicken Hut giving us the magic cape.
That could be useful. It opens up a couple of checks for us. Sunny electing to head over to the eastern area.
Rubispism actually getting the flippers in the back of the tavern.
That could be important.
Yeah, that'll open up checks in Hobo and Zora's Cave once we have the money for it.
Don't forget the waterfall too.
That too.
While Runicism goes and quickly checks the magic bat, and we just found where the red mail is for Hitsu and Runicism.
Red Mail being really early this scene.
Oh, I did not catch the middle chest on Runicism's screen when he found it. We found our Titan's mitts.
There's the Affinity Gauntlets right there. Sunny opted to go into Eastern Palace, make those 4 checks.
An interesting play. I don't know if Sunny knows how to navigate dark rooms, but this is not really much in logic, and he might be required to do a double dip later. Well, in fact, he will be required to do a double dip because it's a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure about this play.
Race game only giving us a hard pace.
Yeah, our runners will not be going back for that.
Seems to me that was a vanilla map spot.
So far, this Eastern Palace skip is not paying out. Let's see what Runicism finds down here in Mini Moldorm Cave.
We got a bottle, so we can check Sick Kid.
Yep, that's better than nothing. And the regular boomerang.
So we have both boomerangs in play here. So it looks like a piece of heart requires the boots, which would mean the library check that we saw on Historian's screen.
Yep, it could also be Bonk Rocks or King's Tomb.
And it looks like Runicism is heading up to Hobo to get that check done.
Yep.
Looks like something navigating the dark rooms decently enough.
Hitsion is setting up for... No, right, he has flippers, he can't.
No, he can't cool on. No.
Big key in its vanilla location.
So we have the map in the vanilla location, and now the big key in the vanilla location.
What's the betting bows in the vanilla chest?
Very, very unlikely.
Oh, we do get a Master Sword, though.
That's really handy.
I'll take that. And we got Rune gonna jump in the water here and make those same checks that Hydropower is doing.
Sonny's going to head into the mini Moldorm cave.
Yep, grab their blue bottle.
While Rudispism is heading into the waterfall. And possibly check the Zora Ledge.
Finding our third sword.
3 swords all mixed together into one. That is really, really nice.
Unfortunately, I did not see what that other chest is in the waterfall.
It wasn't shown.
Yeah, the stream hitched a little bit.
And nothing but blueberries on the Zora Ledge.
So all these.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying, all these items in the logic does not seem to be pulling us in a particular direction.
Sick Kid only giving us blueberries, so yeah, you're right. The check might be to sequence break into Death Mountain.
I know that Hitsuyan and I believe Hydropower can navigate dark rooms no problem. I don't know about our left-hand runners.
Sunny was able to navigate the Eastern Palace dark room without a problem.
That bodes well for navigating Death Mountain. Chloe making a good point in chat. It's entirely possible that Zora has Moon Pearl for our Dark World access with the Midget Hammer.
Looks like Hitsuan is actually setting up a Houlihan.
Yep.
For context, the Houlihan room is a room that is not supposed to be in any other circumstances other than when a situation with Link's Y position gets all messed up with the camera. And that causes the game to derp out for a second and give you 225 rupees in one specific room.
Yep, it's an error handling routine. If the game ever doesn't know where to send Link, it will send him to the Houlihan room. And that is a one-time infusion of 225 rupees. You cannot get that particular room again on a single save.
Correct. Looks like Ruispism actually heading to Skull Woods here. The stream hitching on the that one particular chest.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait for one of our other runners to find Skull Woods to find it.
Seems like Ruispism's item from it must have been in the waterfall.
Yeah, that must have been his other item. That's the one item that we didn't see, and Marisa is not something else, so that must have been the moon.
Must have been it. So Zora might just be a bust, depending on what happens here. We'll see what gets on here.
Yep. I like how Runa's stream hitched at just the perfect moment. Yep, there it is. To keep us from seeing that.
Nothing more than a big old secret to everyone.
Hitsuan did not dip far enough over for me to see what was on the Zora Ledge.
It was just blueberries on that Zora Ledge.
Ah, roger.
Ruispism checking the C room in Village Outcast. That's a rod. What kind of rod, though?
We will have to wait until
That
we
is the
see
ice rod.
the ice rod. There we go.
Well, if that Zora was as I thought it was going to be, a bust. Only a big 20.
Yep, absolutely useless. Hitzeon's gonna go over and check Hype Cave for us while Sunny completes the Zora loop.
While Rose Wisdom is checking the chess game.
And we got red pendant on Thieves Town, green pendant Turtle Rock. We got blue crystals at Skull Woods, Misery Mire, and Ice Palace, and our 5-6 crystals are Palace of Darkness and Swamp.
Rose Wisdom now heading into Thieves Town to make those 4, probably 6 checks. Over at Hype Cave, another bottle.
Lamp and Hype Cave.
Good. Nice
And
to have
bomb
a fire
bills.
source this earlier on, and that's pretty decent, I'd say.
Yep. Death Mountain's now in play. Gonna be interesting to see where our runners go from here. Looks like Hitzeon's gonna dive Palace of Darkness.
Do I think that was a route on? Oh, that's all 4 swords in one fell swoop.
Wow! Gold Sword knowledge at 22 minutes.
And Histion is entering the Palace of Darkness right now, paying Kiki the money that they need.
Greedy monkey.
Since when did monkeys want money?
I mean, money makes the world go round, I guess, even in the dark world.
Perhaps. I believe Hydra did pick up flips
Yep.
pretty early. Permanent Ledge only giving us about 20.
At this rate, Runa is probably just going to complete these town model there. And we're seeing Hitzeon execute the potion glitch. This is a, something about using a potion while you're walking in a particular direction causes the screen to, the screen and camera to desync from each other, allowing you to scroll those mimics off the screen. And the game thinks that if the mimics are off the screen, well, the only way that would happen is if they were dead. So it will unlock the room for you.
I've never seen that happen before.
It's a relatively common glitch to use if Palace of Darkness is bow locked.
Apparently, Catfish giving us only 50 rupees. And Runismism is entering the blind fight right now. Apparently making a vision jump.
What's interesting about the blind fight is that it is entirely scripted. If you know what you're doing and you can keep up with it, this fight is consistent 100 times out of 100.
Although Rosewism is having a pretty hard time, almost dying there. And
But
that's the fire rod.
yep,
We have a
both
fraudster.
rods.
That is a fraud by Rudismism. So we got a fraudster right here, boys. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Sunny actually going into Ice Palace.
Ooh. That's an interesting hint.
Very nice. Apparently, Hitsune has the Canis of Maria. Apparently, it was in. It looks like he found it in one of the dark room downstairs with the two chests down there.
Okay, I completely missed that.
And a butt catching net apparently. So sweet.
Sunny finding the mirror in Ice Palace.
Nice find by Sunny. It's a good option to get into Ice Palace this early.
Yeah, that's gonna probably turn out to be the big brain play. Though actually, no, really, going into Pendant Thieves Town to get the fire rod is gonna be the big brain play, I think.
Yeah, it's worth to.
Runa, you're missing the key.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth getting into that one if Skull Woods is not available to them right at the moment, which is definitely the case for the three remaining runners.
Getting the hint that some cache is in Mimic Cave definitely takes that check off the table, saving our runners some time later on.
Really nice find for that hint. And Hitsune entering Ice Palace.
Now we're gonna see how Runicism handles the big bug.
That would be a Mafia. That trolley bug that somehow has some issues. I don't know why though. And picking up the Quake Medallion over on Sunny's side, that means it's a high chance that we're gonna be seeing one of the dungeons. That would be Misery Mire.
Runicism pulling half magic off Mothula's body. That's not a bad find.
Definitely a really good find to see Runicism carry, especially this early on in the run.
Certainly, that's going to pay dividends all through the run.
And Sunny opting to fight Cold Stare.
Oh, he's got what he needs for it.
Exactly.
And he knows he knows he could be in trouble. That's why he set his potion to his item button. But he took care of it.
Nice, clean fight. we're just basically heading into Hype Cave to get their items.
Let's see where Sunny decides to go now. I imagine he's gonna go up Death Mountain at this point.
It is definitely looking like that's going to be the case.
There are 1, 2, 3 items up there that he can get, and then he can also dive Tower Hera if he so desires.
So Sunny is going to be taking the old man home back to his little cave thing and dealing some arrows. I think he was once a good archer.
And now that he's retired, he's just going back to his home.
Yep. Spectral Rock only giving us a big 20. Inside Spectral Rock, however, is a big hole, 300 rupees. And now Hydra Power is now wielding the Infinity Sword. No, not that Infinity Sword.
Just a shiny sword.
Yeah, it's just a shiny sword. It's not blue. It's not from the ice or nothing. It's just a shiny sword that looks like an Infinity Gauntlet. Or whatever. And now Sunny is diving into the Tower of Hera and giving us a troll hint in this first hint tile.
Ooh. Firelocked big key. That's never what you want to see. Sunny deciding he's having none of it.
I mean, he could make the dive into into blind and get that fire rod for there. So
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to go into Turtle Rock, maybe.
check in what
Bit of a
Turtle Rock
weird
is.
play. I guess he could check the hint, but he can't do much more than that with that Samaria.
Looking like Turtle Rock is going to give us is going to be bombos, but this isn't going to be a big issue since we have all 3 medallions this early.
Ooh, Hitzion taking an unfortunate death to Cold Stare.
Yikes. But he does have a fairy and a pote, so he's going to retry from the beginning.
Yep.
Turtle Rock only giving us a joke hint, so not really much of importance.
Oh, that was not worth.
Sunny heading into Super Bunny Cave.
And finding nothing.
of Hitsuyan now getting the Ice Palace Crystal after that second attempt. And then Sunny now making the checks into Spiral Cave. And Rudispism actually doing decent, really good work with Cold Stare with the Fire Rod in hand.
Yeah, that'll make short work of the puffs.
Spiral Cave only gave us a big 20. So now Sunny is now going to check the rest of Death Mountain with Paradox Cave here. Nothing on the first two.
Well, there are 5 more up here you can check.
Sunny making quick work of the mini mold darms with his temper.
And finding the D.
Really nice find from Sunny here.
And the flute.
This is a really good top Paradox Cave here.
That was a very good play, because that opens Desert Palace, Eastern Palace, and Palace of Darkness all at once.
Correct.
So he's going to go dive Kakariko to activate the flute, and then I imagine he's going to flute to 5 and just knock out Palace of Darkness and Eastern Palace right now.
And now Sunny's flute is coming online right now, and in about a few seconds, the goose will be loose. And there's our Swag Duck.
Yep. There's the flute, and there's number 5. No brainer. Runispasm deciding to check this chest and then gonna dip out probably.
It's very likely that he's going to check that, but not really much of importance as it's only the map.
Had to think about it for a second, but Tower Hera's a pendant, doesn't matter. The likelihood that an important item is buried upstairs is nearly 0.
Hydra making quick work of Macula with his golden sword, picking up his half magic in the process.
Interesting to note, in the vanilla game, if by chance you had the gold sword during the Mothula fight in the vanilla game, you would not be able to damage Mothula, because the gold sword does class 4 damage, which is the same damage class that the spikes do, but Mothula is programmed so that if he takes class 4 damage, that damage is overwritten with 0. So if you have the gold sword, you won't be able to defeat Mothula. So the randomizer programmers reprogrammed the gold sword to deal damage 1 class or lower in Mothula's arena.
That is really interesting to know. That's actually really nice that they implemented that, because that would be a partial select if for some chance to do not use the fire rod or a hammer.
Yep. Which is why Mothula is such an annoying boss in the vanilla game, because he will just take no damage if you accidentally bounce him off the spikes.
But given the fact that it's not a lot of people will tend to go towards Mothula this early to get the gold sword anyway, it's pretty much unlikely that you're ever going to have that occur to you.
And Hitsion deciding to dive Tower of Hera and finding a potentially valuable hint, telling us that a unique item is in the purple chest. And at this point, that could be the Cane of Samaria, for example.
Although Cane of Samaria is already available to Hitsion, so... Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hitsion already has it. Whoops.
Yeah, it probably would be Silver Arrows if I had to take a guess.
Silver Arrows, Cane of Burna, perhaps. The hook shot.
Oh, that too. Hitsion now going to take on Trolldor. 1. Opting to go for spin strats.
Yeah, because spin strats will avoid Moldorm's rage state.
And with that, Moldorm is now dead for the moment.
Until we find his cousin.
Yes. And Tower of Hera not really providing much of use as he picks up the blue medallion.
No, not at all. But it could be important for a pedestal index. A lot of important things could still be on the pedestal. We could have boots on the pedestal. We could have hookshot on the pedestal. Silver arrows could be on the pedestal for all we know.
Exactly. Hydra opting to go take in the smiths, blacksmiths.
Yep, on a slightly longer route because Hydra does not have the mirror. Otherwise, it would be a lot faster.
Right. So Hitsion is now diving into Tower of Hera Rock, since he has his Cane of Samaria available to him. And Ruispism heading into checking Spy Cave.
And finding a fairy in a bottle, not a bad pun.
While Sunny is going to be taking on the Helmasaur King. I'm to go for hammer strats on this first part. A lot more harder for this because he does not have the silver arrows, but he goes down anyway. So that's good.
And drops his life savings.
Higher 300 life savings. Brutuspism's flute is going to be coming online here.
Probably going to follow Sunny's check here, going to 5.
Sunny is going to be checking probably the downstairs portion. Grab his Cane of Samaria probably. I actually taking a really interesting route to this Frog World Tour, going up to check Catfish, which we know is a 50.
Yeah, I am not sure why Hydra is This is a very circuitous check for Hydra Power to take the blacksmith home.
And I was right with that assumption. That was the Cannon Samaria in that downstairs area.
Yep. So now we know where that was. And we missed the chest in Harmless Hellway.
Of course. So now Sunny has access to Turtle Rock. Now Hydra is going to be turning in the blacksmiths here.
And the reward is a shield.
Nice find, though it's not really that helpful for the moment.
No, our runners are skilled enough that they don't really need a shield.
Right. Looks like now Sunny's opting to dive into Eastern Palace now that he has the bow in hand.
Yep. And this is going to be just a quick dive.
Yep, it was the fire rod on blind. Hydra is going to be picking up the purple chest to take over to that one area in Desert Path. And it looks like the purple chest was the gain of burn-up.
Aha! That was
multiple-
a unique item.
Yep. Nice find right there. And now Sunny is going to be out to take out the Armos Knights. Nice
Now,
sync with
you
music.
know what this means, right?
That possibly means... I don't know, actually.
It could mean that the boots are on Sahasrara, locked behind Green Pendant Turtle Rock.
That's gonna be a really interesting case. While Sunny, not finding much in Eastern Palace, but just to get the Eastern Palace crystal for his troubles either way.
Yep.
And so you're now grabbing his ice rod. So you're not opting to look at what Misery Meyer is, and grabbing his book Medora. He probably will be checking it pretty soon. Actually, no, actually, he's not gonna. Sunny is going to be heading out because it's going to be just about. Interesting. A unique item is actually in Paradox. Well, we actually know that already. That would be
Boots on Graveyard Ledge. Did we see that? Did we see a hint saying above the pose? I missed it.
I don't think I've seen it. Or probably we haven't seen it ourselves, so. But he's going to be checking.
One of our
looks like he's going to be checking.
trackers is saying Boots on Graveyard Ledge. And I'm wondering where we have seen that. I guess we're going to see it right now.
Rutispism now picking up his Canis Mark.
It was Palace of Darkness hint. Or Desert Palace.
That's actually a nice find from Sunny, so he is opting to grab it.
There goes my nightmare scenario, and never have I been more glad to be wrong.
You bet you are. The boots are now in his possession.
Yup. Because, Boots locked behind Pendant Turtle Rock is something that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Kings 2 grabbing another red bottle of stuff. Blood, maybe? I don't know.
Well, that's dark.
Why would Link drink? It's not a vampire. He's an elf thing, elf human thing.
Hylian.
Yes. Anyway, Sunny's gonna check out Bonkrox. Nothing but a big 20. Now Sunny's gonna be full clearing Desert Palace.
Yep, he does not need to worry about a thing. Actually, you know what? The nightmare scenario is still on the table.
Really?
Could be Hookshot locked behind Green Pendant.
Oh no!
Wouldn't that be evil?
Yeah, that would be extremely evil. This would make this seed the most evil seed we've ever seen here on Speed Game. Well, there's probably been more evil seeds in the past, but this one might take the third cake, I guess.
Yeah, that's just the antisocial seed, but we will see.
Sunny is gonna. Opting to go for bomb strats here.
I've never seen that strat before, and Hydra deciding to buy expansion upgrades, presumably just to get more bombs and arrows. I don't know.
That is a play that not a lot of runners do. That's for sure.
No, I've hardly ever seen it.
Lemo's giving Sunny quite a bit of trouble here, but does eventually take him down. And Sunny not really getting much over in Desert Palace, so that nightmare scenario is still on the table.
Yep. After seeing Fire Rod on Pendant Thieves Town, I'm expecting Green Pendant Turtle Rock to lock something.
But he will be heading back in to make some final checks.
Yep, he's still got an item or two to check out. And that was it.
Yikes.
Looks like Bombos is our entry to Mire as well.
So there's no issue going through the different end dungeons, medallion dungeons rather.
Not at all.
So it might be a matter of probably getting hookshot for go mode, or and something else.
Yeah, it's Hookshot could well be our go mode item. At least for Sunny. Hydropower, I don't know. He hasn't gone up to Paradox. Bow and Flute could be his go modes.
Yeah,
Possibly.
in addition to the hookshot.
Yeah.
And there's our hookshot right there.
Oh,
So
well,
I guess that's go mode right now.
Well, no mode. We know everything else. And there's Quake,
Right,
our
no
final
mode.
medallion.
Right.
I missed that one when it was found before.
Right, and that's interesting to see Sunny not grabbing all of the ice rod here, the fire rod rather, this early. He's free to go into Thieves Town at will.
Yeah, but then again, it is a pendant, which is going to deprioritize it for.
Yeah,
Oh!
that is
Oh.
unfortunate. Just seeing that fairy just fly away.
That is the worst possible thing.
So we're just missing heading through the Armos Knights fight. And
Yep, Runus has been hitting on high-fiving in the armorer's room. Runus is diving back in to take care of Meyer. And while all of our runners are going ahead and crossing back over each other's paths at the moment, go ahead and give all our runners a follow. They're putting on an amazing show for us.
Yeah, they deserve all the recognition they deserve here. Sunny opted to go for a hover here, and does not make it. Unfortunate.
Gonna do it again.
It's not working out well for him.
No, he just
Gonna back
gives
out
up.
and work on the rest of the dungeon. That's a really tough hover to get down.
Hovering is a difficult trick, no matter where it is, because you have to be very precise. You can only let off the dash button for a single frame, and you can push the dash button for no more than 29 frames. So it's very
frames.
very precise.
Unless you're Andy, then that's a completely different story.
Unless you're Andy, in which case you're a hover god, and everything I said doesn't matter.
Exactly. Speaking of, Andy's going to be having a big show soon. He's in the finals right now.
Yeah, he's going up against Thalane, I think.
I think that's the lane. Yeah. Let me check the things really quick.
Yep. Thalane vs. Andy. Game 1 is on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Speed Gaming 1.
You do not want to miss it.
No, you do not. Andy and Thalane have been tearing it up in this tournament so far.
It'll be nice to see the fall tournament come to its inevitable conclusion.
The fall 2018 tournament now concluding in spring 2019. Sunny are first to challenge the eyeballs. Not having the magic to do cape strats on the eyeballs, so having to risk the damage. And also not having silver, so has to just nail the thing with arrows until it just dies. But running out of arrows, and so now we are left with this.
It's long and arduous process just against the eyes of Atreus, and he is down. And that is down. He now earns that Bismarck medallion or crystal.
Hydra, our third runner to challenge Modorm. Actually, no, just a second. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Sunny gonna challenge Turtle Rock? It looks like he might be.
He might. He can also check Hookshot Cave.
That's probably gonna be the play, actually.
Looks like he's opting to go to Turtle. Oh yeah, he's out of Hookshot Cave now. So.
So far, a bunch of nothing. And
Yeah,
redeemed
right.
final chest.
That is really nice to find that AG within the hookshot cave.
Oh yes, the silver arrows. They don't represent a huge time saving if you have tempered or golden sword, but still, any time save is a good.
Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable. Now it's a matter of where he's probably going to be heading to next. He's probably heading to. He's probably thinking of heading to Swamp Palace. Yeah, he's definitely heading to Swamp Palace.
No, head to Misery.
Or no, here, Misery's already dead. Sunny is gonna be joining once again. Looks like he's gonna just grab the fairy using the magic. Yep, Stargazer pointing at Swamp Palace is a crystal, so it makes sense for him to have it.
Yep. Sonny doesn't know that he's got to go to Thieves Town, so this is a good play for him. In fact,
Yeah.
it's the only play he has.
Yeah, once he finds out that Swamp Palace is what he needs to do to get into Thieves Town, it will be pretty easy to see go mode at this point.
I mean, Sonny could decide to go do Turtle Rock and try to find that fire rod buried on the laser bridge, which it really likes to be there sometimes. But
I mean, at this point, all he needs is a fire rod, so he'll have to dip into Thieves Town so he can get go mode.
eventually,
So-
yeah, we'll just see how long it takes him to get there.
Right. If he heads into Thieves Town, this is not going to be helpful. He has all the good stuff anyway. He picked up Silver Arrow. He doesn't really need much other than that fire rod.
Ice Rod was Cackwell, I think.
Yeah, it was Cackwell. It was very early.
I'm not sure why Sonny didn't check Cackwell when he was making the other checks, but
But apparently,
Oh, no.
is now in go mode. From what we were here, our track. So that is available at around there at 1 hour and 20 seconds. The Sea House. That was Sea House, not Cackwell.
it's been a long seed.
Yeah, it's been a long seed. Now finding Argus. So I'm gonna check K45, but at what cost? Just a heart piece.
Stargazer pointing out that Go Mode Swamp Palace is incredibly quick because you hardly need to check anything. You don't need the big key, you don't need hardly anything out of Swamp Palace just to dive back to the end of it. But what's going to remain to be seen is if Runespism checks Hookshot Cave on his way to Ganeth Tower. He probably won't, but it's open.
It's probably likely that he's gonna just head straight into GT and run sword strats.
Yep.
So now you go in and check digging. He's close, but he's got to look at a few seconds. And I should point out here, as you mentioned that Runespism is actually first in the lead of the restream. No one has finished yet.
Yeah, that fire rod and Thiefstone is gonna be messing with people.
Exactly. Runespism finding that really quick is really handy.
Oh yeah, well, I said in the beginning that's gonna end up being the Galaxy Rain play for this seed.
Yep. Sonny's gonna grab his ice rod. Almost there. Looks like Sonny's really upset about that, seeing the ice rod there.
Well, it's probably not the best thing he's ever seen.
No.
Finally gonna find the fire rod.
And with that, Argus is down on Runespism's side, picking up the final crystal that he needs. Which means now time for the big key guessing game. Inside Ganeth Tower, there's going to be 22 different chests, and between those 1 and 22, put your guesses in chat and guess where the final that big key is.
I normally go with chest number 8, the double fireball room. What about you?
I just tend to go for like lower. I tend to be like 4, but I'm probably gonna go a little bit higher this time and say 9.
Okay, 9. That's random room, I believe, in standard. What has come to be standard.
Prism now entering the Dark World to get over to GT. And looks like he's opting to go for the Sword Stress in this Ganon fight.
Yep.
Sunny's still having trouble with that fire rod.
Well, he's about to get it though.
Yeah, he is on his way. Now bets are off the table. Prism is now entering GT. Taking the
first 2 chests are nothing.
Bob's torch not just only giving us a key. It still counts as a check, so you're up to 3.
Yep. Sonny cannot be happy right now with what he just found.
Exactly. He finally gets the fire rod, putting him in go mode and the contention for GT.
Yep. All he has to do is clear Skullwoods.
Yep.
Number 8, the double fire room has $50 for us today.
So looks like he's gonna try to head into a rando room, or this fire room, and. That is number 10, giving us only blueberries.
There we go, number 11. Dirty Dinklage was the first to call it.
And this is not a tournament, so we play for and probably a cookie.
Yep. In fact, I think I have some cookies around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't really feed it through the internet, so unfortunately, you'll have to get your own cookie.
You telepathically give you the cookie. That's how we get it to you.
Yes, exactly. But this does put Sonny with his 7th crystal, so he's going to be dodging Ganon's tower right behind Ruinous Bism.
Yeah. This is going to be a really close between these two runners.
And Hitsuyan also has to go to Thieves Town.
Yep. And as well getting to Skull Woods.
Yup. Needs fire off from Thieves Town to go do that.
But now Runesmith's going to be running the gauntlet.
Runesmith is taking a safety fear. You can't say I blame him.
Yeah. And now he's on to Lamelos 2.
Posing no trouble at all. Sunny potentially saving a little bit of time by not going right first.
It looks to be that Runesmith is now heading over towards Moldorm, Troldor number 2. His long-lost Troldormon's long-lost cousin. Don't ask me why he has a long-lost cousin. He just does.
Oh, Sunny diving well away from... Oh, making a quick toggle room play. Don't normally see that, and it's not going to pay off, but
No. And Runesmith is going to be checking that validation check. And now
onto everybody's favorite trigonometry wizard.
Trigonometry. I don't really need much in that one phase, except a blue ball. A lot of blue balls being fired.
Runa just murdered.
And that is Aka 2 down.
Yep, and now we're gonna see Runa just go murder Ganon.
Yeah, we're gonna slaughter a pig and eat it for dinner tonight. Why? I don't know. Ganon beef is really nice beef. I've had it myself.
I mean, sometimes you're hungry. I mean, Ganon's right there. You just stabbed him a bunch. You may as well make food out of him.
I guess. I mean, he's spinning. He's making. You might as well just cook him. It's an obligation to say, yeah, we'll cook you on the fire as soon as I plunged my arrows into you or my sword into you.
Yeah, don't think too hard about it. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Estion apparently is exiting Thieves Town. I don't know what's going on. This is I'm not picking up the arrows.
No, but it doesn't matter. Rune is
No.
well accustomed to swordless fight.
It also looks like over on SRO we have placements and a forfeit. Salty Fry taking first place of a time of 1:25:40. Zelka Dissim placed second by 58. And Weighty Words finishing in third place with a time of 1:26:17. Lin has forfeited from the race.
And Runestism taking down Ganon nice and quickly. Just has to cross a treacherous gap.
And that will do it. It's finished first place in the restream, in fourth place with a time of 1:28:32, and improving their personal best by just shy of a minute.
We will see if we can get Runestism for an interview. So we probably will not get Runacism for an interview. His internet doesn't really cooperate well with, as we saw with the slideshow. So it's okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
We got Sunny making his way up through the gauntlet. Hydra making his way into swamp. It's gonna be a nice, quick run through.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hitsuyan is looking for that elusive fire rock.
Hitsuyan is trying desperately to rack his brain to figure out where he's going.
He's thinking about it for a moment. Looking to try to dive back into somewhere. Probably.
Dive back into mire? Nope, thought about it. Dip back out. So now he's trying to figure out where he missed. And I'm just hoping he doesn't get pulled up to TR on a goose chase.
Sunny pulled off a pretty good triple in that first phase. And Sunny having a little bit of trouble with this this fight. And that is Act 2 done for Sunny. Nice synchronization too.
Yep.
Hitsuya now heading into Thieves Town.
Yep, gonna clear it out and finally get his fire out and get back on track. Meanwhile, Hydra moving into the latter half of Swamp Palace here.
Now Sunny is now heading into the pig fight. Sunny's gonna be popping his red pot. Hydra is gonna be taking on Argus. Sunny's just short of the torch glitch.
Yeah, but with half magic, it's not as big a problem.
And that is it for Sunny.
Yep, putting the final arrow. All Sunny has to do is walk across that one tile gap and he will finish with an official time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 42 seconds, improving their personal best by 26 seconds.
Impressive stuff. And looks like we also have another forfeit from Frostbite 30-30.
And Sony just speedrunning the credits here.
He knows he's pretty much had enough of this.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either, gee. But he is here with us. He's here for an interview. We'll get him right in as soon as possible.
We are joined by Sunny95. GG, sir.
GG's. What's up, chat?
So, I want to ask you something. How do you feel about Fire Rod on Pendant Thieves Town?
I'll repeat my chat exactly how I wrote it. So anybody who did Thieves Town early got Fire Rod, went to Ice, got Mirror, got Bow, got Samaria, got Hookshot, got the Go Mode. I was behind. I knew I was behind. As soon as I saw that, I felt good. I guarantee you, I was probably one of the first people to get Mirror. And then everyone else probably got it because they all went to Thieves Town. So I felt behind the second I found that. That felt really bad. And I think I was. How Salty got like a 125? I finished 10 minutes behind Salty. So yeah, I was behind, dude. Big time. And my GT routing killed me.
Yeah. That sucks. It's like, Hitsugan did forfeit from the race.
No, Hitsu, no.
Yeah, it looks like that's happening.
I mean, the seed wasn't too bad. I mean, I just don't like Pendant Thieves Town. It's really hard to get a read on it, but whatever. I mean, it just ended up where I routed into it towards the end. If it wasn't in there, I was gonna do hammer pegs, the Smith peg, Smith chain, and I really could have gone to Turtle Rocket and then Fire Rod. I was gonna probably go back to the swamp left side, if anything. So I mean, at least it was there, but it was unfortunate that it was Pendant Thieves Town. I'm behind, and pretty much one of the last locations I left in the game.
Yeah, I was commenting because Runasphism dipped Thieves Town really early and got Fire Rod, and I was commenting that was going to be like the big brain play of the seed, and it turns out that I was more or less correct.
Hands down, if you went into Thieves Town and you committed to fully clearing it, you had Fire Rod. I think Bombos was relatively early in like Sphere 1. You had Flippers, you had Hammer, you had Mitts. If you didn't go in the Eastern, you still had Master Sword, but that's still enough to kill Cold Stare. That's what I went in there for. Mirror, okay, let's go Death. I mean, everything just fell into place, but if you went to Thieves Town first, then you got the Go Mode Desert, you got the Go Mode Swamp, you didn't have to really touch Hera. I mean, yeah, it was the big brain play. I mean, congratulations to anybody who did that. I hate Thieves Town Pendant, so GG's to them.
Yeah. Rubicism actually found it first. It was actually one of his first checks.
If it was Pendant Thieves Town, I would have rushed. I mean, Pendant's Pendant Pod, I would have rushed there instantly, no questions asked. But not Pendant Thieves Town. No way, no thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was concocting all kinds of like nightmare scenarios. Like I was thinking boots locked behind green pendant TR, hookshot locked behind pendant TR.
Dude, those boot hits! I booked it. I'm like, boots are blocked by poles or above poles. I'm like, okay, mirror, let's go. Boots right now.
Yep.
That is the best. That was my favorite part of the scene right there. Walking in and knowing that it's not boot locks in the desert, and the desert hint is telling you where boots are. Instant, nope, right out and go get them.
Yeah. This scene was really weird because of all the stuff that's been happened from Thieves Town Fire Ron to Skull was half magic. I mean that's kind of irrelevant, but still.
No, that was nice.
It was weird.
I honestly thought it was really linear. Like, I mean, you got Mirror, which got you the only way you can get to Eastern Death Mountain. Then you got your bow. So you go, if you went to Eastern, not like I did early, but if you went, you would have gotten your third sword. Go into some pod, get Samaria. Okay. Can't do Mire, but I can at least check Desert, ditch your boot hint. Now you can get into Mire, and I mean, the only thing that was Thieves Town, but that was, I don't know, that was a great scene. Anything sub 140, I'm happy.
Yeah. it's a good run out of the way, so.
No, it was a lot of fun. So now who wants to race Inverted? Let's go.
Oh, don't even talk about Inverted.
Come on, man! I missed if there was any Inverted races today, so if anybody wants to race Inverted, hit me up. But that being said, let us say my goodbye.
My first sorry, I've yet to complete my first run of any randomizer because I don't have a definitive setup for it.
If you send me a DM, I can give you a really, really good starter seat. It's a lot of fun. You can beat it. Even if you're a new player, there's no way you won't beat it under an hour and a half. If you're a seasoned player, you should beat it under an hour.
That's all good. Actually, I'll hit you up soon. Anyway.
Thank you for the racing. Thank you for trackers.
No
Chat, I'm sorry I don't have you open because I'm on I guess Chrome, and it says I have to have the window open to talk. But thanks for watching, chat. Follow me if you want. Anybody wants to race Inverter right now, hit me up. GG's to all runners. GG's to Salty Fry for winning, as always. Have a good night. Take care.
Alright, you too.
Have a good one.
Good one.
And we have another batch of finishers here. We have Gan Has Gone Wild finishing in 6th place, time of 1:38.06. Matt 7898 finishing in 7th with a time of 1 hour 30 minutes 12 seconds. Buane in 8th, 1 hour 38:40. RD Walsh V in 9th with 1 hour 40:34. Dracaris in 10th, 1 hour 42:53. Dark Kobold in 11th place with 1 hour 43:40. Speeds in 12th with 1 hour 43:59, improving his personal best by 6 minutes and 43 seconds. And Shire finishing in 13th place with 1 hour 44 minutes and 29 seconds as Hydropower moves into Moldorm 2.
Well, it was well done, and apparently he also got trolled by Moldorm 2.
And now Hydropower moves into the Trigonometry Wizard.
Those who are taking this might be of use for you. I guess. Try performing the short bit of time, but I could.
We have a Paradox 64 finishing in 15th place with 1 hour 46:18. What was that? I just saw Hitzion do some shenanigans with the fire rod. The Ancilla must have hit the Stalfos because the main projectile did not hit that Stalfos. That was weird.
I'm having a hard time seeing, but that must have been really strange.
It was super strange. Hydropower got his torque glitch and is quickly gonna put the pig down. And Hydropower takes down the Silverless Ganon.
Well done.
Finishing in 16th place overall with a time of 1 hour 48 minutes and 44 seconds.
GG's.
Might be able to pull Hydra in here for an interview. But while we're sitting here, go ahead and do give all of our runners a follow. They're putting themselves out there in front of a lot of people, so be sure to follow.
Yeah, they deserve all the credit. They put up a good show, and as all the daily races have shown, whoever is on those four that you see on these daily races, they always put in the best that they can, and they're one of the best they're the best for helping us, giving us really an exciting commentary for you to listen to, and also something to watch. You have the time to.
Yeah, without them, we would have no reason to be here.
Mm-hmm. And any of the games that Speed Gaming provides, all the runners that they show on that it really helps this network grow.
Yeah, any speed game you can think of, we probably have it. And speaking of other games on this network, we have a Zelda 1 randomizer coming up actually in just a couple minutes over on Speed Gaming 3, as well as the Super Metroid Randomizer Weekly. That will be at 11 o'clock on Speed Gaming 1. We have at 11:30 on Speed Gaming 4, we have the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer.
I was watching a bit of about that randomizer. It looks really exciting to watch, even for someone who hasn't played a lot of Mario 3. I wasn't around that time, but it's a lot of fun to play. It looks a lot of fun to play.
It looks it looks nuts as how it looks like. Because the different levels are randomized among themselves and even randomized between worlds, I think. So it's really, you never know what you're going to get. We are joined by Hydropower 78. GG, sir.
Thank you, Claymore. Thank you very much.
GG.
Thank you.
So, I asked Sonny, and I'm going to ask you, what did you think about Fire Rod on Pendant Blind?
Well, I didn't feel too. I actually think it's a reasonable play to go to Pendant Thieves when there's no other crystal dungeons to do, and so I was happy to find that because I'm thinking, yeah, hey, that's cool. But then I was also thinking like, okay, there's probably like 3/4 of people that did that, so it may not be like a huge advantage, but yeah, I mean, Pendant Thieves is one of those like quantum dungeons where it's like, oh, there's nothing there when you check it, and there is everything when you don't. But this time, the Fire Rod was there, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, when Runus found it, I was commenting that that was going to be the Galaxy play, the Galaxy Rain play for this seed.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely really bad if you don't do it. So, but again, when you get the Dark World access and there's nothing else in terms of like crystal dungeons and directions about where you should go, I'll do that Pendant Thieves play, especially with the hammer. I mean, if you don't have the hammer, then it's a riskier play. But I figure like, hey, it's just 4 more spots. Let's go check it out and see what's there. And thankfully it worked out. But the rest of the time it didn't work out. I was like, oh, I guess I should have gone to Ice Palace. That would have been a lot better, but it didn't happen.
And we are joined by Hitsion 1337.
GG, man.
GG's.
So about that Fire Rod on Thievestown.
Yeah, garbage. Good runners to Ice Palace and skip that shit, so I don't know.
It was the defining item for the seed, I think.
Yeah.
I only did the harder plays and it didn't pay off, so.
Yeah, the cherry on top of this one wild ride of a scene.
I mean, don't feel bad, dude. I literally went everywhere else except Ice Palace. Like, I even went to Pod, and then when I saw it was bow-locked, I'm like, there's literally nowhere else to go. I mean, I could have potion broke it, but I'm like, yeah, let's just go over there and get whatever the thing is that's here. And it was the mirror, and off we went. And so I wish I'd done that a while ago, but
yeah, I did Pod first, and then Ice Palace, then Death Mountain, and all dungeons, skipping in Maya and Swamp Chest, checking them again, instead of going to Thieves, because it's still garbage, going into Thieves back. Yeah, and I was thinking my item chain continues after the hookshot, but it ended here, and yeah. I'm really tilted in every seed that happen like this. An item out of the chain and you got fucked. Sorry for the language, guys.
It's all good.
It's late night here, so I think we're allowed, maybe. I don't know. SG staff would have to weigh in on that.
True.
Yeah, that's why I don't expect that some people, the first 3 I think, that they finished so fast because they are good runners and don't do Ice Palace and going Thieves Town. I don't know.
Yeah, I see a Rooney finish really fast. Did he go right to Ice Palace commentators?
He dove Thieves down like right away. Found Fire Rod, went to Ice Palace, and then everything fell into place.
Yep, makes sense. Yeah, it was just like, you know, a domino lineup there if you went there first or early, and it just had everything else you know, lined up in Crystal Dungeons for you. So all of my quasi efficient routing of overworld and other stuff was really just meaningless at that point.
Yeah, and the worst thing is that if you do the Ice Palace early play and don't get your Fire Rod, all other runners do Thieves Town first, has the Fire Rod, and thinking, oh, I do Ice now, I have not only Bombers, and they get the mirror and all you got very early, so that was not a good seed, I think. If you do the wrong choice, you lose a lot of time.
Yeah, you can like, you don't go to Thieves Town, you'll lose at least 10 minutes trying to find the Fire Rod until you eventually have to double back.
And you got Bombos in, I believe it was Hype Cave, so you had your way into Ice Palace too. So it's like, you know, you could have found everything else and have Fire Rod be your last thing to find, and it's all the way back in Pendant Thieves from an hour ago.
Yeah, and after Swamp I was thinking, okay, check Maya, and then I was thinking, wow, why the people are finishing 20 minutes earlier, so the Fire Rod has to be in Thieves Town, because that lead them to the other items, and yeah, then I cancelled the Maya dip, the second one.
Yeah. With that initial play from them, it was just the initial like 2-3 minutes in the race, and just seeing that Fire Rod, and like we were like all thinking, yeah, this is gonna be one of those seeds.
Well, I mean, Uncle predicted at first, oh yeah, the seed sub 2 hours. Whenever he says that, you know, it's just going to be a goofy time. So
Yeah.
I hope you remember my death in Escape. That was the first thing ever happened to me. In all my runs.
you had your 8-minute 30-second escape that you were trying to avoid.
Yeah. I died on the Chain Trooper with Hammer. Not possible, normally, that you die there.
I always throw a pot anyway, just in case. Just one, but you know.
But you guys have any closing thoughts for us?
I'd just like to say, you know, thanks for the commentary as always, and tracking and having us on here today. It's I'm looking forward to going back and watching it to see how things worked out here for all of us. And thanks again. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. You put on a really good performance.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Without you guys, we wouldn't have a reason to be here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys, and sorry for the toxicness.
It's okay, man. It's alright.
This seed was a jerk.
Yeah, blame the seed, not us.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Thanks.
Alrighty.
Yeah, good night, guys.
Good night.
So I don't know about you, but I think that's gonna about do it for us tonight.
Yep.
Don't forget to check out the other Speed Gaming channels for all the fun stuff that's going to be coming up. Actually, just starting now. We got the Zelda 1 Randomizer and Super Metroid Weekly Race Randomizer starting right about now on Speed Gaming 3 and Speed Gaming 1, respectively, as well as the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer in about half an hour on Speed Gaming 4.
Yep. And we'd like to thank all of the runners, of course. We'd like to thank our trackers, Jowser and Relkin, for doing all the tracking. And I'd like to thank Claymore for having us do all the commentation.
Yeah, it was good to work alongside you, Professor.
Yep, it was. It's a pleasure to be. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, then now from all of us at Speed Gaming, we will see you next seed.
Goodbye.